Among the many sacrifices that used to be brought in the Beit HaMikdash, there was one that was called Todah. Todah means thank you, being grateful. One of the Psalms that many recite before Shabbat says the following, that there are 4 types of people that have to be grateful to God. The one who comes out of illness and is healthy again has to be thankful to God. Somebody who was kidnapped is incarcerated, and nowadays after October 7th, those people that are in the hands of Hamas, once they come out, they have to be grateful to God. If you cross the ocean and you did it without any problems, you have to be safe, grateful to God. If you cross a desert where there's no water and you come out alive, you have to be grateful to God. In fact, we all know when we get up in the morning, there's a prayer we have to say, Modeh ani lefanecha. I thank you, God. Why? Because when you are asleep, you're half dead, so to speak, because you can't move, you don't do anything. When you get up in the morning and you can breathe again, and you open your eyes and you see you can love the people you want to love, everything has been given back to you. You have to say, thank you, God, that I am awake again and I can act, I can function as a human being. I can love the people that are around me. I can study, I can work, I can do things. You thank God for what you did. I've asked myself, and I guess many people would ask themselves the same thing. If you were given a choice, do you want to be ill and get well? Or do you prefer not to have gotten sick to begin with? I think most of us would choose naturally, I would rather not have been sick to begin with, and I don't have to be cured. That's the best thing. I should have been healthy all along. Yet, when one reads the Torah about this offering of thankfulness to God, it seems to indicate that you thank God for the entire episode. I thank God that I got sick and I got well again, but it includes the sickness in the wellness again. Strange. Because as I say, if I were to be asked, do you prefer to have been ill and gotten well or not to have been altogether ill? My choice is obviously that. But yet think to yourself, one of your children has a problem, a deep problem, and you sit next to him. Maybe it's an exam, and you study with him, and you spend time with him, and after some time, you explain things to him. He comes out victorious. He's successful in the exam that he gave. I want to ask you, is your relationship with your child the same as before the exam or after the exam? I think it's different. Somebody has an enormous problem. He needs a loan. He needs advice in his business. Something went wrong with his business. And you help him along, stand next to him, and after a while, you're able to put him on his own feet once again. I want to ask you, is your relationship with that person the same after you helped him as before you helped him? I don't think so. Think for a moment. If you're ill, you're in a hospital, you have tubes all over the place. And you come out after some time, and fortunately the doctors were able to solve your problem. You come out walking on your own 2 feet, and you breathe the air again. You thank God. And let me ask you, do you have the same appreciation for health now that you went through the illness as you had before? I don't think so. I don't think so. If you come out of an illness, you really appreciate what it means to have your health. So maybe illness, needs are not that negative really. They bring about a recognition of wellness, of abundance, of being able to breathe, of being able to walk that you didn't have before. Maybe it isn't all negative. So I say to you, many a time you encounter obstacles in life, and you say to yourself, why do I always have to fight these things? Why do I always have to overcome? Why can't life be a smooth path without any problems? Well, it seems that problems really what they do is deepen your appreciation for what you have. If you come out of an illness, you appreciate 10 times more what health means, because you know what the alternative is. One thing is to read about it in books. Another thing is to have the personal experience. So I say to you, once again, if somebody were to ask me, do you want to be ill and be cured, or do you prefer not to have been ill altogether? My choice would be, I don't want to be ill altogether. But yet, if you do fall ill, remember that illness may be an enormous lesson for you to appreciate really the God-given health that you have every day.